Hey everyone, this is part two. I was interrupted by a knock on the door, so I finished this up here at an art class here today. This is December 27th, 2010. It happens to be Monday. So I finished that up, and here's something else that's kind of interesting when I tell people, you know what, I've got two different birth dates. Now, how is that physically possible? Here's a document that I took into the bank, and it clearly shows that I have two different birth dates here. And you went to the bank, and this was the person that signed it and put her affidavit. Well, this is actually Exhibit A that I turned into the insurance company. And this person is no longer at U.S. Bank. Now, I wonder why that is. I just wonder why they don't wish to look at the truth. They don't wish to accept it because they're so deep into the rat hole that they don't want to accept it. So anyhow, what I was going to say is I'm going back to the economy. That's where I left off before I was interrupted. The economy is a global economy crisis, and I have been studying this for many, many years. However, this is a serious, serious matter, and the reason I'm saying this is because money is made out of thin air. It doesn't have any value behind it. It should be backed by gold and silver, and all you have to do is to look at the U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Constitution was put together, and I believe it was put together by angels. Angels came down on George Washington and the people that were setting this up, and they set that up correctly. That system was a system that I believe was supposed to counteract each other and make it work. So this system is we've been off the gold standard since 1971 here, global standard. Here in the United States, of course, the Federal Reserve in 1913 was formed, and that was the start of our difficulties. The other thing was in 1933, the government confiscated all the gold from the American citizens. So they rightfully took away their gold, and they issued Federal Reserve notes. Well, Federal Reserve notes somewhat had value. The coins had value. They had 90% silver in them. But all this stuff, it gets a little complicated. But right now, we're based on a bunch of fiat money. Fiat money has no value. It's only what people perceive it to be. So again, we're living in a hologram of things that just are not what they seem to be. People need to wake up to this. They need to wake up to this, and they need to understand that we got some serious difficulties coming up. That actually the job rate here in the United States, the job loss is at 22%, what I just read today on the Bob Chapman blog. So he's a good source to follow, as well as Nick Russo, Janice Dorn. We've got Martin Weiss, we've got Jim Rogers, we've got Gerald Celente, Peter Schniff. I mean, there's some various sources out there that are telling the truth. These people know the economy is in serious, serious problems. And it's not just here in the United States, it's in Canada, it's globally. We've got countries in Europe that are on the verge of bankruptcy. They have no way to avoid this disaster. So the time clock is ticking, and believe me, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty when people do not have jobs and they get desperate. So that's what I wanted to state today on the end of my tape before I was interrupted. Anyway, I'm going to get back to another activity, and hope everybody has a great day. Thank you. Love y'all. Bye-bye.